a way to kind of exploit my own interests and my own kind of maybe even passing interest in the subject matter, but also to kind of use my however I would like to perceive the information within the original text in my own way, and yeah. So I suppose it's actually kind of exploitative, largely exploitative.
Which now brings me back, because in a sense it would help to be able to see these multiple times. We don't have time for that, but for the first thing.
I was just going to say, beautiful work, and it's a great. I think it's a great thing to be stated after seeing those, that how adapting original stuff can become so personal and so far in a good way. It retains that residue, but it becomes much more personal. And that was just, to me, I was more taken by your spirit of things than even necessarily being so influenced by the adaptation, which I know is important too.
Well, they all do feel like they're made by the same person. But I'm wondering your take on the poem. Is that critical, or is that more?
No, I actually really enjoyed the poem, and also the Bertolt Brecht story. I really enjoyed, and I was actually, I suppose, yeah, it's different. Those were actually pretty much loving tributes, if not trying to just recreate a visual aspect to the written poem. The poem that I directly took it from was by Donald Hall, called "We Bring Democracy to the Fish," and I was just trying to create a totally, pretty much word for word, just a visual representation of it. However, I couldn't actually find text of the poem. I only heard it, and I couldn't find text of it, so part of it is actually recreated by memory, which is actually kind of an interesting thing in itself, because it's when you do an adaptation of an adaptation, which is his poem is probably a kind of an adaptation or copy of the Brecht story, and so when you do these copies of copies, it bears a little resemblance to the previous version, but in the end it ends up bearing no resemblance to the original source material. So it bears a little resemblance to the Brecht story.